Collin Chandler is back in training after dealing with a minor injury. How much can he help the Wildcats today? Let's analyze the news. Collin Chandler's return to Kentucky basketball training is news that undoubtedly brings relief and optimism to the team. The young point guard has already proven, even in his rookie season, that he has the potential to be a key part of Mark Pope's team. And now, with the confirmation of his return after a period dealing with a minor injury, the outlook for next season looks even more promising. Mark Pope, known for his strategic vision and ability to develop players, was full of praise when talking about Chandler's growth during the offseason. He highlighted the player's hunger and the tireless effort he has shown in training. This aggressive and determined mentality is exactly what Kentucky needs to continue being what it has always been. Chandler, who had some standout moments late last season, has shown he can be much more than just a bench player. His numbers in March, averaging 6 points and 1.8 rebounds per game, along with an impressive 52.2% three-point shooting, indicate he's beginning to understand how to position himself and contribute at a high level. For a player who was away from the court for 2 years before arriving at Kentucky, these numbers reflect the raw talent and dedication he brings. The fact that Chandler already has experience in Pope's system is another crucial point. Last year, he faced similar physical challenges at this time of the calendar, which could have raised concerns about his readiness for the new season. However, this time, the context is different. With a year of college basketball under his belt, and greater familiarity with the tactical and technical demands of the program, Chandler returns not only physically fit, but also mentally strengthened. This makes all the difference, especially when it comes to a player who needs to gain confidence to take on more important roles within the team. Furthermore, Chandler's absence from some recent practices, including the match against La Familia, could have been interpreted as a worrying setback. However, the speed with which he returned to action is a clear sign that the injury was, in fact, minor. And, as we all know in basketball, being healthy in July is much more important than participating in every informal workout during this period. The priority will always be ensuring players are ready for the regular season, and everything indicates that Chandler is on the right track to achieve that. The expectation is that the youngster will significantly increase his contribution. Now, with the departure of some key players from last season, there is room for Chandler to occupy a more central role in the team's rotation. His ability as a three-point shooter, combined with his growing understanding of the game, could make him a lethal weapon both offensively and in creating opportunities for his teammates. Furthermore, his defensive energy and ability to pressure opponents could be crucial to the intense style of play that Pope aims to implement. There's something special about seeing a player like Chandler, who has faced so many obstacles since arriving at Kentucky, begin to blossom. He embodies the resilience that are hallmarks of this program. And with Mark Pope at the helm, there's a clear sense that we're witnessing the beginning of something big. The coach has consistently said that second-year players tend to make big leaps, and everything suggests that Chandler will be that guy. Players like Chandler carry the experience gained over a competitive year, and now they have the chance to lead by example. With his return to practice, Chandler not only strengthens Kentucky's roster, but also sends a message that he's ready to achieve. Let's keep going, my friends. The coaching staff, which has demonstrated a keen eye for emerging talent, extended a scholarship offer to center Ethan Taylor, a young man who has been attracting attention on the high school basketball scene. The news, shared by the player himself on social media, sparks a spark of hope in Lexington, but also raises questions about whether Taylor, with his promising profile, will actually wear the blue and white in the future. Ethan Taylor, playing for Link Academy in Kansas, the four-star center, is one of the jewels of the 2026 class. Ranked as the second-best center and the 23rd best overall player by the rivals. industry ranking. His performances this summer reinforce the hype. At Peach Jam, despite playing just 16 minutes per game, Taylor averaged 9.4 points, 8.8 rebounds, at 1.2 blocks, numbers that reflect his ability to dominate the boards and protect the rim. Prior to that, at the NBPA Top 100 camp, he had already shown his potential, combining size with an intriguing passing ability, a rarity for someone of his stature. Kentucky's offer is Taylor's 15th, and he's already attracting attention from top programs like Oklahoma, Florida State, Kansas State, Missouri, and Kansas. These schools, especially those in the Big 12, appear to be at the forefront of the competition. With growing buzz surrounding their offers, what makes Taylor so intriguing is his combination of raw attributes and still maturing potential. As rivals Jaime Shaw noted, the center is on an upward trajectory. His rebounding ability is remarkable, especially given his control of the floor. And his efficiency in finishing plays near the basket is already a reliable weapon. His passing, while not the focus of his game, adds a layer of sophistication that can evolve over time. At 17, Taylor is still developing his physique, and gaining strength will be crucial for him to face the NCAA giants with the same authority he displayed in high school. He's the kind of player that makes a coach like Pope dream about the future, envisioning a big man who combines defensive intimidation with offensive intelligence. Pope knows he needs to look outside his hometown to bolster his roster. Taylor, with his height and skill, seems tailor-made for Pope's system, which values versatile players capable of impacting both ends of the court. The question, however, is whether Kentucky can convince him to choose Lexington amid such fierce competition. Despite the enthusiasm generated by the offer, there are reasons to temper optimism with caution. Taylor, with his coveted profile, is a target for programs that offer not only tradition, but also systems of play that can highlight his qualities. Kansas, for example, has a long history of developing dominant centers, while Oklahoma and Missouri offer geographic proximity to Taylor's home base in Kansas. Furthermore, the young center still has time to make up his mind, and the recruiting process for the 2026 class is just starting to heat up. Kentucky's offer is an important step, but it doesn't guarantee Taylor will wear the Wildcats jersey. His potential is undeniable, but the path to signing involves factors beyond just coaching fit, relationships with the coaching staff, the program's vision for the future, and even the program's unique atmosphere. But we'll see. Now, speaking of Braden Hawthorne, he's beginning this path with a dedication that catches the eye of even the most discerning observers. The freshman, who entered college as one of the intriguing pieces of Mark Pope's squad, has demonstrated an impressive commitment to overcoming his physical and technical limitations. And he has shown potential. Hawthorne arrived at Kentucky with a fascinating profile, a player who quickly rose in the national rankings. After a spectacular season at Huntington Prep, he went from relative obscurity outside the top 100 nationally, before his senior year of high school, to ranking as the 35th best prospect in the class of 2025. According to On3, this meteoric trajectory reflects his potential, but it also makes it clear that he's still early in his development journey. That's precisely what makes his story so captivating. Hawthorne faces a considerable physical challenge entering the SE, known for its intensity and competitiveness. Compared to veterans like Jalen Blow, who weigh more despite being 13 pounds shorter, it's clear the rookie needs to gain muscle mass to compete against more experienced and robust players. The comparison to Tayshaun Prince, a Kentucky and NBA legend, may seem bold at first glance, but there's something to be said about Hawthorne's profile. Like Prince, he possesses promising defensive skills, versatility, and a learning mindset. However, to reach this level, the work begins with physical strengthening, and this is where Hawthorne's difference lies: his willingness to face challenges head-on. After regular practices, while many players would already be thinking about resting, He stays on the court for extra one-on-one sessions with veterans like Mo Diobit and Otega Away. These matchups are not only a way to hone his technique, but also to learn how to deal with the physicality that will be crucial in competitive matches. The biggest difference is just physicality. Little things like angles, Hawthorne said of the transition from high school to college. They know how to use their bodies well. Recognizing this gap is the first step, working tirelessly to overcome. It is what defines a special player, Coach Mark Pope, known for his detail-oriented approach to individual development, has emphasized the importance of defensive improvements and offensive efficiency this offseason. For Hawthorne, that meant adjusting his game to adapt to the longer three-point line and tighter contests for possession. At the beginning of summer workouts, he struggled in these areas, but in just over a month, he's already shown remarkable progress. His shooting percentages have improved quite a bit, and he's learning to fight more effectively for rebounds and defensive positions. "You really have to be on your toes now," he said. "No plays." This disciplined mindset is essential. For him, while Hawthorne is still far from ready to lead the team, his gradual evolution is a positive sign for the future. He's in a perfect environment to flourish, surrounded by experienced teammates who challenge him daily and with the support of a coach who values long-term development. Furthermore, the fact that he chose to stay after practice to face stronger opponents demonstrates a mindset of continuous growth. This kind of attitude is what separates good players from great ones. In the context of Kentucky's current roster, Hawthorne may not be the most buzzed-about name among the freshmen. Jaden Quaintance, a potential top 5 pick in the upcoming NBA draft, attracts much of the attention. However, Hawthorne's trajectory is a reminder that college basketball is as much about the process as the immediate results. Braden Hawthorne's potential is undeniable, and his dedication to overcoming physical and technical adversity is inspiring. With the support of his teammates and the guidance of Mark Pope, he has all the tools he needs to become a great guy at Kentucky. Let us know what you think. Kit's important.